Welcome back, darlings. Today we have another voice commentated video because I did get a few comments pretty recently about how to deal with bullies or harassers characters. And as you can see by right now jumping into the match, this match is a quick match, but it did start with me disconnecting immediately. This is the first picture I'm taking, and that's why you saw me right at the Antiquarian, because she was, using her hits, I presume, before I was even in the game. So I was, not present. I was disconnected. As you can see, the progress of this cipher. So I was starting from a disadvantage. And the point is, you guys asked me how I deal with harasser characters or stunners, and if you look at the characters in this match, pretty much all of them have one or more abilities that are kind of like harassment towards the hunter. Professor, of course, has his little bubble blocking thing, which can actually stun you if he manages to time it right. Prospector has his magnets, and of course, two antiquarians with their little flutes or fiber sticks that she can hit you with multiple times. So let's just get to the topic immediately. As you guys know, I do only make these little tip videos or give advice based on JoJo, so like if you play as him, not necessarily other hunters. So basically, every time someone asks me what I do against stunners, of course they are really a pain, and I get that, and I had a lot of matches where I struggled against them, but the best thing you can do, like the only thing you can do with JoJo, is to use photo word. Like that's I can't pressure that enough. I can't tell you guys that enough, because you have photo word and that's the only thing you can do. Like there is no other way for you to succeed, especially if, like in my situation where there are 4 stunner characters, if you think about it, and I even had a disconnection at the start. So like basically the first cipher were already prepared, nearly prepared, like at 90% around the Prospector cipher when I first went there. So that's a disadvantage that it's super hard to come back from, especially like even against a normal team, but especially against a team like this where they all can stun you somehow and they're all hard to catch characters without that many decoding debuffs. Like I think all of the characters here can decode pretty well, so they don't really have any debuffs like Merc or that hard debuffs like Merc and stuff. So as you can see, they were even double rescuing, trying to liberate the Prospector, but if you look at the ciphers, only 2 ciphers left. So it was really a tough situation, the whole thing. And as you can see, I could, like, in this situation, you can't do anything. And yeah, you can take excitement. A lot of very smart people usually just say, use another hunter, a meta hunter, and use excitement, which is, of course, thank you very much for this amazing piece of advice. But of course, we know that that's not how it works. If you have a character that you like and like using, then you won't just switch to a meta character just so you can, you know, be a little better or have a little better chance in against these survivors. So as you can see, you have to make sure that you use photo word, you chair in photo word as much as you can. You injure them in photo word, so one like bad move from them, one little mistake can cause them to get down because they already have an injury. And I say this while I know how distracting it can be when like just this antiquarian, you just like, follow after her because you're so annoyed by how she can just spam a button and basically do nothing, just follow you and spam a button, and you can't do anything against it, of course, if you don't have excitement. But for the people who are like, oh, excitement solves everything and you don't have to struggle against stunners if you have excitement, like, no, think about it a little, darling, please. Excitement, you can use it once in every like maybe 80 seconds or 70 seconds. Like if there are 2 stunners, you can use it against one, but maybe you use it against the antiquarian and down her, but then let's say there is a forward and then you have nothing against that guy. So yeah, just think about this. Excitement won't fix this, so stop saying in the comments you should just, I don't know, choose a meta character and use excitement, because that won't solve everything. So anyway, it's really important to keep yourself cool, keep yourself calm, and remember to just use photo word to your advantage. Like really, it can help a ton, especially with these teams. Like I would have had no chance of getting these if I decided to just, follow one and it's just, tunnel one. Because that's, like, you can't really do anything when all of them have these abilities that basically stop you from even getting close to them. So as you can see, I was like, honestly, I didn't even expect a tie at this point, like not even at this point, the very beginning, when I began the match and I saw that I will be disconnecting and I won't be able to start the match as usual. So yeah, and still, like, look at that, it's still going better than one would expect with four different stunner characters. So the best chance you have against these kind of characters, even if they are like as bad ones, is to use photo word and try to separate them as much as you can. So prevent them from, like, three of the survivors being in the same area. You have to, like, try to avoid that, try to separate them, try to make them go to different ciphers. And of course this is easier on larger maps because they need time to get to the other, to help and stun and assist them in the match. But yeah, it can be like very tricky, because if they get to you, if the stunner even, like, let's say they even emoted at you or like spammed graffitis while kiting and stunning and stuff, then that would only make you want to go after them even more. And that's, in those situations, it's super hard to just calm yourself and say, like, okay, I will take a picture, I will share them in photo word, and then I will try to hit as many of their teammates as possible. So yeah, these are the two things that you really have to focus on while facing the team. Of course, you can already prepare yourself when you're in the waiting room and you see that they are logged in with 4 stunners or 2 stunners or 3 stunners. You have to really pay attention to this, that you really have to use your photo word, like, anytime you get, like, as you saw in this match, I did try to um, activate photo word as much as I could, and as you will see in a short while, I did manage to get the other Antiquarian. So in the end, this impossible match became a win somehow. So yeah, you just have to keep focused and try to play them where they can't really do anything against, because let's face it, in photo word they can save themselves, yes, but they will still be injured, especially if you're present. So yeah, use that photo word, that's the only thing you've got, especially as JoJo. So yeah, that's all I can say about stunners, and I hope this helped you at least a little, because yeah, I think that's the only thing we can do as Joseph players against these new meta hunter, not hunters, new meta stunner survivors. Yeah, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.